Good day. Welcome to the YMC Education Series. We are free and open to the public. We encourage you to tell your friends and family about us. And we host approximately 6 to 8 of these a month with varying in all types of different topics. The program will last about an hour, and we ask if you have any questions, you can write in the chat box or just raise your hand. Yes, so we have a brand new talk today from the Northbrook Public Library. We are excited about Debbie Siegel will be talking to us. Debbie is the Senior Services and Outreach Librarian at the Northbrook Public Library with over 30 years experience of working with seniors in the capacity. So we're excited to hear the talk today about services for seniors at the Northbrook Public Library and beyond books. So again, welcome Debbie to our program today from the Northbrook Public Library. Welcome.
Thanks, Pam. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. All right. Yep. Let's try this again. I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a background about the Northbrook Library, some of our history. Then there's a behind the scenes tour that you'll get to see. And then we'll talk some more about some of the services that are of special interest to seniors. So our first reading room was established in 1919. It was located in a room above a store on Shermer, across from the Village Green. It was staffed by the Shermerville Citizens Club members and local teachers. There were 500 people living in the area, which was called Shermerville at the time. The reading room closed just 1 year later, and the books were moved to the Shermerville School. In 1953, the Civic Association used funds accumulated from Northbrook days and many other funds to create a new library, which was located on the corner of Shermer and Church. By 1965, it was clear that the building on Shermer and Church was too small for the community, so the board voted to hold a referendum to get funding for a new building. At that point, there were about 25,000 people in Northbrook. To get things going, the Northbrook Village Board donated a portion of the skating rink that was to the north of Village Hall. This land belonged to the village, but was used by the Park District for a speed skating rink. The voters had to pass a $1 million referendum to construct the new building, and despite some reservations, because the community had a number of dedicated speed skating enthusiasts, the referendum did pass. In 1998, the library closed during remodeling. They moved into the former Jewel store, which is now Sunset Foods. The temporary site was crowded, but workable, and many staff have fond memories of their time in the library/grocery store. The site won praise as a jewel of a library. And then our new building on Cherry Lane opened in 1999. This slide includes our mission and our vision. I'll give you a couple minutes to read. And these are our values. All right, our next slide is a behind the scenes tour with Executive Director Kate Hall. And Pam is going to be showing that video.
Coming right up.
This beautiful mural showcasing that everyone in the community and elsewhere is welcome here at the library. We also have added a bunch of new items over here. These are our popular picks collection. So if you're just looking to run in, grab something good really quick and jet back out, you can pop in over here and find the newest stuff. We also have our new self-check machines. We implemented RFID, which is radio frequency identification. So now when you want to check an item out, you scan your card, you put all of your items on here, and boom, it checks it out for you. We also have our mobile app, which you can download that allows you to check out right from your phone. I like doing that because you can check out right in stacks, which is really fun. But if you're the type of person that's like, oh, I don't have time to come and browse, I just want to put something on hold, then come on with me. I'm going to show you where we put all of our holds down here. So now we're on the other side of the lobby where we have all of our holds pick up. Now, if you are in a place where you're like, oh, I'm not feeling super comfortable with going inside places, that's okay. You can just give us a call and we'll run your holds right out to your car. Just call the main library number and we'll be happy to do that for you. So now I'm going to show you how we check in all of our books back in our CERT workroom. This is one of the places we don't usually let people go. So shh. All right, so this is our automated material handler. This is what checks in the almost 1 million items that we check out every year. And it's pretty simple. You just dump the stuff and then boom, you let it go and well, come on over. You can get a little closer and then you can kind of see how it looks to check them in. The machine works with a series of belts that move at different speeds to move the books apart from each other. So when you dump all of them together, this helps separate them. Then it goes through a scanner that tells it which bin to go to. And that bin is where we're going to take it in the library to be reshelved. And it's as simple as that. We also have a lovely window here that you can look at from the lobby. If you're really fascinated or if you have kids that like looking at this kind of thing, you can watch your own books being returned whenever you come out. All right, so we're just headed down the hallway from our circulation department to our tech services department. This department is where all of the magic happens. This is where all of the books come in before they go out onto the shelves, and this is where all of the books leave when they're at the end of their life. So as you can see, it is not horribly exciting to look at, but this is the area where we bring in about 3,000 new items every month. Now, you may have noticed that our building is a fixed size. And so that means that for every book that comes in, we don't have an ever expanding building. So that means that we also have to say goodbye to items. But the good news is that even when we say goodbye, we're not really saying goodbye forever. And so here we have what's called our discard bins. And we go through these and we donate to local senior centers, to Bernie's Book Bank, to our friends at the library. The rest of the books go to a place called Discover Books that distributes the books to other places in need as well. So the books always find a new home. But before we say goodbye to the books, we have to say hello. And so over here, I'm just going to show you. So whenever we order a book, it doesn't come looking like it's a library book. We have to do that. So we have deliveries, as you can imagine, every single day. And then we have our catalogers put it into our catalog so that you can find it when you're searching for it. And then we have our processing clerks who go through and they put our labels on it, they put the cover on, they put our barcode in it, and they get it all ready to go out on the shelf. when it's ready, it goes out to our automated materials handler that we just showed you, and it is then ready for you to take it home with you. And so this is another of those areas that we don't usually let people in. So shh. And now we're going to head up to the second floor. And so now we are on the second floor in our makerspace, the collaboratory. This is a space that we built just a few years ago, as I mentioned, and it has all sorts of fun stuff. So you can see all of the equipment over on the side there. We have embroidery machines, a Cricut, a sewing machine, 3D printers, a CNC, all of which are free to use. Right now, we are limiting it to Northbrook card holders. So if you do not have your business library card yet, this is a really good reason to go ahead and get one. But probably our most popular piece of equipment is our laser cutter. In the goodie bag that we gave you, you may have noticed that you got a glass in there. That glass was made on the laser cutter. And so yes, you can, I'm gonna pull this one, you can pull and do glasses. You can etch anything you like on anything that is glass, as well as on a number of other items. So you can do cutouts and you can do wood. There's a lot of fun stuff. Like I said, there is no charge to use the equipment. We do charge if you buy like a glass from us to etch, but we just charge you for the cost of materials. So this is a great space to come if you like making and inventing and just being creative. So we hope that you will come here. But of course, we also have a lot of traditional library things on the second floor as well. So now we're going to go take a look at our adult nonfiction section. Now we are in our adult nonfiction, or our reference department. As you can see, there are some beautiful views to the second floor. So if you want to get out of your house and you want to come and do some work here, you just want to come and relax, this is a great area to do that in. We also have our study rooms, which I'm going to show you in just a minute, but this is where you can come if you want to read the latest newspaper or check out a magazine or read a biography or get a travel book. Behind you, we have all of our adult nonfiction books in those really tall stacks. We have our reference librarians ready and happy to help you find whatever you need. Right now, we're all the way at the back of our adult nonfiction shelves, and we have a bank of study rooms. We have group study rooms as well as individual study rooms right on the other side. You can reserve these on our website or by calling our reference desk. Another great option if you want to get out of the house and do some work at another location. So now let's go take a look at our youth services department. All right, so now we are in our youth services department. This area serves babies all the way up through high schoolers. So it has a lot of different areas. When you first enter the department, you'll see our teen area, and then the further back you get, the younger it gets. So we have our middle grade books, we have our picture books, and we also back here have our wonderful story corner. This is a place that you can come, and we have some manipulatives. A lot of those are still off the floor due to COVID, but this is a great place if you want to bring your child or grandchild, niece, nephew. Don't bring a random child, but do, if you have a child in your life, this is a great place to come and either read together or read to them. And then behind that area, we have our juvenile nonfiction collection, where kids can learn about all sorts of fun and great stuff that interests them, from science to history, to math, to art, and everything in between. So we hope that you'll come and visit us here in the youth services department. Now we're going to head up to the highest part of the building and go up to the third floor. All right, we are now up on the third floor, which has our adult fiction, as well as all of our AV materials. So everything from video games to movies to music CDs, and then our adult fiction. If you are someone who can feel overwhelmed by the number of choices, I want to point out our great book club collection. These are curated books that our librarians have picked out. Great if you're not sure what to read, you can just come here, check it out. Of course, as we showed you on the first one, we also have our popular picks collection. Something else we do that isn't about checking out materials, though, is we work with the Northbrook Arts Commission to do revolving art shows. And this is the one that we have on display now with Total Link to Community, which works with people with disabilities. We have the art shows on the first, second, and third floor. So if you enjoy seeing Northbrook artists, you can come and check these out. They get switched out every 2 months. So we hope that you'll come and visit the third floor, which is the highest part of the building. We have one more place that we need to go visit, and that is all the way back down on the first floor. So come on and join me. Hello and welcome to our 225-person auditorium. Right now, we are in the lowest part of the library building and are in fact 10 feet underground. So this is a space that we use for some of our larger programming. During the pandemic, we used it to live stream programs like our live musical performances. We also offer movies. So behind this black curtain here, we have a large movie screen. We do lectures here. We've done things like our live TEDx Northbrook Library events, and much, much more. So while we're not doing a ton of in-person programming at the library, due to the pandemic, we are doing some in this space, and we are obviously limiting capacity so that it's much easier for people to distance. So we hope that you'll join us, if not now, then in the future when we ramp back up to full programming, and we hope that you'll enjoy the space. Thank you so much for coming with me on this brief virtual tour of the library. I hope that you'll come and visit us in person. And if you have not yet, I hope that you will come and get your library card so that you can check out and use all that this wonderful building, staff, and services, and everything else we have to offer. So thanks for coming along with me, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, thank you. So do I screen share again?
Yes. And then go back to the slide. You can do current slide. Yep.
Oh, got it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there, the video was made for business owners in the area. It was made in January, so there's a couple of changes since the video was made. She talks about goodie bags, and unfortunately those were for the businesses, but if you do want to come in and make anything in the collaboratory, you can do that yourself. And the collaboratory appointments are for more than just Northbrook card holders at this point. She also talks about programming and says that we really don't have any in-person, and as you'll hear later on, we have many in-person programs. So there have been a lot of good changes since January. So let's talk about using your library card. Residents of Incorporated Northbrook are eligible for a free library card. It's good for 3 years. If the card is in good standing, then it's honored at many libraries across the state. All you have to do is go in and sign up at that library, and you'll be a reciprocal borrower. And if you live in unincorporated Northbrook, then you can purchase a card. Most of our items can be checked out for 3 weeks, and if there's not a hold on them, they are automatically renewed. The only exception are our Lucky Day movies, and Kate showed those on the first floor. Those are our newest movies. And we also have new movies, which are, many of them are the same collection, up on the third floor. They are both 1 week checkouts. You can check out as many items as you wish. There is no limit. One of our librarians I've heard say, when someone asks her that question, she'll say as many as you can hold. So it's up to you. And we don't charge fines for overdue items. Kate talked about our holds. You can place holds on books. If we don't have them, we can place them for you. You can place them yourself on your account. When the book comes in, they'll be found on the self-service hold shelf downstairs, and you just simply check them out yourself. We are also working on having lockers installed outside of the building so that if you have something on hold, you can ask for it to be placed in a locker, and then you can come in during off hours to pick up your hold. We have in our collection over 370,000 items, and this number is always changing. As you saw in the video, we get in new materials every month, and then of course we have to weed and discard materials as well. More than half of the collection are fiction and nonfiction books. We also own an extensive collection of large print books on our third floor. The third floor includes new large print, fiction, nonfiction, and mystery. There's over 6,000 books in that collection, and it is the largest collection of large print books on the North Shore. And if there's something that we don't have, we can always order it from another library. The library owns an extensive collection of audiobooks and on CD or playaways. And if you're not familiar with a playaway, it's a portable audio device. It fits into your hand, and this small device includes the entire book. So unlike a CD where you have to keep switching discs, it's all in one. You just simply attach earbuds, you press play, and you're all set to listen. We own a large collection of DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4K movies, which are categorized by genre. And we have a very extensive music collection, including a very, very large classical and opera collection, and many scores, print scores, as well as vinyl LPs in our music collection. We have numerous physical copies of magazines and newspapers that you can read at the library, or you can check them out. And if you're looking for something and we don't have the material, we can look within our consortium to see if they don't have it. If you have a Northbrook card, we can look within what's called ILL, which is all around the world, WorldCat, and we will look within libraries within the United States. And if another library will give that item to us, we will bring it in for you. We have a new collection called the Library of Things. It's located in our lobby, and it's a collection of non-traditional items that you can enjoy on the go. There are binoculars and a nature backpack. There's a hotspot, so you can have Wi-Fi access wherever you need it. We have Roku streaming devices. We have a couple of ukuleles, which are checked out quite frequently. They're new to the collection. We have a movie projection screen and a slide projector, among many other things. We also have a large digital collection, and with your library card, you can read ebooks, you can listen to e-audiobooks, watch movies, or listen to music. You may have heard of the Libby app, and with Libby, you can check out ebooks or e-audiobooks. These books within Libby are automatically returned after 3 weeks. If there is no hold on them, you can renew them. We share the Libby collection with a large consortium. So there are times when you will need to wait for a book because there are only a certain number of copies for each book. The Hoopla collection is another e-resource. It's a smaller collection. It's got some really different titles. It's got documentaries, more nonfiction, and sort of different than the more popular picks in the Libby collection. And what's nice about the Hoopla collection is items are always available. So if you want something, it is always there for you to check out, and you can renew it if you don't finish it. Canopy is our huge movie collection where you can stream documentaries, foreign films, Criterion collection. It's a wonderful collection of movies. And we also have the Naxos Music Library, which is the most complete streaming service for classical, world, and jazz music. There are over 144,000 CD-length recordings and over 2 million tracks on this library. And then there are digital magazines that you can read. Libby and Flipster both have them. Libby has over 3,000 digital magazines. It includes Sports Illustrated, People, Prevention, Newsweek, Money Magazine, Kiplinger's. And then we have Flipster, which is a much smaller collection, but there's a lot of back issues in there if that's something you're looking for. We have an app called Press Reader where it's free, unlimited access to local, national, and international magazines and newspapers, which includes the Tribune and the Sun-Times. And if you enroll in this, the issues are automatically downloaded to your account so you can read them daily. I started using this during the pandemic because, as you recall, we had to quarantine everything. And so I was quarantining my newspapers, And 6 days later, I didn't want to read 6-day-old news. So I started using the Press Reader app so that I could read on my phone. And I've been using it ever since. I actually canceled my newspaper subscription because I liked it so much. So it's a really nice app to have. You can use your library card to access our e-resource collection. You can learn a language with Mango. There's information on Medigap plans with the Medigap report. You can track stocks with the Weiss financial reports or ratings. Look into your family history with ancestry.com, which you do have to do at the library. You can play brain training games with Brain HQ. We have a really nice initiative with the Northbrook Historical Society called Northbrook Voices. And their mission is to record and preserve the stories of life in Northbrook for the education and enrichment of future generations. If you participate, you will receive a 30-minute CD, and then the CD is also added to our collection. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek at some our May and June programs. The bulletin hasn't come out yet, but I can tell you a little bit what's going on in the next couple of months. We have opened up our programs now to 75% capacity. So there is a lot more room for people to come in if they so choose in our auditorium. Some of our events are still online. Some of them are in person. Some of them are hybrid, which means it's both. You don't need to be a Northbrook patron to enroll in most of the programs. And to register, you can do so online by yourself. You can call us, or you can come in and we can register you that way. So here's just a sampling of our programs. We have a new initiative called Illinois Library Presents that we're really proud of. We partner with other libraries in the state to offer programming with presenters that would normally be cost prohibitive for one library, but when we partner with many, many other libraries, it becomes something that everybody can afford. We share the cost with over 200,000 Illinois libraries. I'm sorry, with over 200 Illinois libraries for these joint programming efforts. And our library, Kate Hall, and our programming coordinator, manager, Ariel, are two of the founders of this, and it has definitely grown. In May, we have an evening with Michelle Zauner, who's the author of Crying in H Mart, which is a new memoir. And then in June, we have an evening with Chef Kwame Owache, who's a James Beard chef, and he talks about his memoir. We always have one-time programming every month. We have a vegetable gardening programming in May, and that's in person. We have a Let's Talk Black American Experiencing virtual programming coming up. We have the Nazi's Granddaughter programming coming up. This is in June. It's in person. And it's a Chicago native shares the shocking story she learned while researching her grandfather, who was a World War II hero. So that one sounds pretty interesting. There's a field trip of the night sky in June, which is either online or in person in our auditorium. And we have a Beatles expert coming, Professor Moptop. He comes every once in a while. He'll be speaking about Paul McCartney. This is virtual in June. And then we have many ongoing programs throughout the year. We have a sign up on a one-on-one with a financial planner. And this is, of course, free. We have a Spanish conversation session that we offer. We have a Appreciating Classical Music program that we offer once a month. It's offered by our music librarian, Madison. She's also a performer. And once a month on Tuesday evenings, she does this program virtually on different topics. There's also a Northbrook Writes program where authors come in and speak. This is virtual on different topics. Somebody is coming in June to talk about the language use in fiction. And then, of course, as a library, we have many book discussions. We're just starting to come back with some of our in-person programs. Otherwise, they are virtual, and they are day and they are evening. So there are many to choose from. And then we also have film discussions. At this point, they're virtual. You watch the movie virtually, and then you would come to the discussion virtually. We've just brought back our genealogy drop-in, and once a month, the North Shore Genealogy Society comes and helps you with, it's a drop-in that you can just drop in on first Wednesday of each month from 3 to 5. A couple of our really popular virtual programs are current events and the Israeli discussion groups. These are on alternating Thursday mornings. We've got about 100 people in each. They're virtual. And then we also have our chair yoga, which is extremely popular. It was very popular when it was in person pre-COVID, and now it's very popular virtually. You would receive a new recording to watch every Friday. And then, of course, in our beautiful auditorium, we have concerts. There's a blues concert actually tonight, and there are still open seats if that's something that you're interested in. It's in person. And we have classical concerts every Sunday in May. We are offering a concert. We're bringing back our movies. During the month of May, we've got Clint Eastwood movies every Wednesday. There's a 2 o'clock and a 7 o'clock showing. And then the second Saturday of every month, we show a feature film. So we will be showing Belfast in May, and in June, we'll show Cyrano. Our summer reading program will begin in June 1st, and all you have to do is read 3 books and log in your books, and then you will be entered in that week's drawing. So every week that you log in, you will be entered into a drawing for a gift card. At the end of the summer, there's also a drawing for everybody for Botanic Gardens membership. Our second floor offers many technology classes. There's classes on Google, there's classes on Microsoft. They have a drop-in every week called Tech Tuesday. It's from 3 to 5, and they'll help you with audiobook, with ebooks, with devices, with email accounts. They'll help you streaming. All you have to do is bring in your device, know your password, and they're very efficient and wonderful at what they do. And then Kate showed you our makerspace called the Collaboratory, where you can make all sorts of different items. Anyone with a library card can register. We have some classes, or you can have a one-on-one appointment. Some of the classes are macrame, glass fusion, sewing machine. The classes are extremely popular. They're small. They fill up really fast. So once you get the bulletin, if there's something that interests you, I would encourage you to enroll right away so that you can get in. And there's usually a couple of different dates. You can also use our collaboratory to digitalize film. They will show you how to do that. So people will take things off of VHS and move them over, and they will show you how to do that. And finally, our accessibility. We welcome patrons of all abilities at the library. Our building is fully accessible. We have a wheelchair for use in the library. We have small shopping carts to hold items while you browse, and we have a handicap lift to our auditorium. We have ADA accommodations, including captioning and American Sign Language for library programs. We have a special ADA row in our auditorium and assisted living devices for our programs. All of these need to be reserved in advance so that we know that we have the availability if that's a service that you would need. On our second floor, we have a desktop video magnifier. So all you do is put the item underneath and it'll enlarge the whatever you're reading. We have an ADA computer that has a large print keyboard and assistive technology. And you can also borrow handheld magnifiers from our library of things if that's something that you'd like to try out at home to see if you'd like to purchase them. On our third floor, we have memory lane kits, which are used to trigger memories, engage in activities, and encourage conversations with our patrons who have memory care issues or Alzheimer's. Inside each kit is a book, a CD, a DVD, and a game, and they are all theme related. We, of course, I talked about our large print collection. We also have large print Reader's Digest and New York Times. And many of our Blu-rays and DVDs have the option for closed captioning, as well as our streaming services. We offer a homebound program, which I'm in charge of. We offer delivery and pickup of library materials to any Northbrook patron with a library card who is homebound. And we define homebound as being generally confined to your residence, either temporarily or permanently, due to age, disability, illness, or other mobility issues. So patrons in this program, once they're enrolled, would request materials by calling the Fiction and Media desk, or they can do it online, or they can call me at my extension. I then check out the items to the patron or put it on hold if we don't have it, and then deliver it when it's available. We make deliveries and pickups every Tuesday and Saturday, and patrons can use this service up to once every week. And if this is something that you're interested in, or you know someone who's interested, please do contact me and we'll get you all set up. For nursing homes, in our senior facilities, we have a Books on Wheels program. We bring books, DVDs, and CDs out to these facilities once a month, and then we go back the next month and swap out the materials and bring them a new bag. And then finally, let me talk about our talking book program. It's actually through the Illinois Talking Book Outreach Center, but it's something that I can enroll eligible patrons. It's for patrons who have low vision or other visual impairments, or patrons who cannot turn pages because of a physical disability. So these are books that are audio only. It's a free talking book service. Materials are sent and returned by postage, free mail, and most books are also available on an app through the talking book service. Readers can borrow all types of books and magazines. There are over 100,000 audiobooks in the collection, which is huge. A digital talking book player would be sent to the patrons, and that there's a photo on the screen. And to play a book, you'll see the blue box, and inside the blue box on the screen, there's a little cartridge. That's the cartridge that fits in the digital talking book player. You press play and your book is right there all ready to go. And if this is something that you're interested, please do contact me and we can talk further. And then this final slide is just the contact information for the library. My contact information, my extension is 365, or you could ask for Debbie. And then that is it. If you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them for you.
I have a comment.
Sure.
Hi, Debbie. I'm Debbie DePalma. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Debbie.
I am wondering if the library has talked about or would consider doing a brochure that has listed all of the accessibility features and accommodations that are available for patrons. Because I know over the years, because I do this kind of work, I'm aware of a lot of the things you've been talking about, both for older adults, people who are not as mobile,
Mhm.
and, people of all ages with disabilities. But I think the problem is most people don't know that a lot of these things are available. And so unless they're publicized somehow, people wouldn't think to ask, for certain things. So I'm encouraging, since we're a very small group today, I'm making the suggestion that the library create a brochure that includes all of these great things that are available to patrons who need a little extra help or support to use the library or use library materials.
That's a great idea. We have the information online, but as you know, with this, the population doesn't necessarily go online. So yeah, that's a great idea. And I will certainly bring it to our administration and see if it's something we can do.
Great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Welcome. Are you new in this job?
I am new to the position. Yes.
To the position.
a-
Okay. So Christoph used to do some of this. Yes.
He did.
Is
He
he not
did.
there, or he's just doing other things?
No, he's not there. He moved to Colorado.
Oh, okay. He left. Okay. It's very hard for some of us who are, we know our librarians very well. People kind of come and go, and we don't, We don't know. I didn't
Okay.
realize that he had left the library. Okay, well,
Yes,
we're
yes.
happy to have you in this new position
Well,
then.
thank you. I'm happy
Okay.
to be here.
Great.
Any other questions? Henry?
No, I just want to second to what she suggested. I mean, this is an enormous amount of information that you transmitted in this talk. And a lot of it I had no idea was available. So some sort of pamphlet or something that, yeah, and you already agreed to that, but I just second that suggestion.
Thank
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Just coming back from COVID with so many things, we weren't doing print anymore. And now we're just starting to bring those things back. So this is definitely something that I would like to look into.
Okay.
Excellent.
When you do have them, we can feature them at the Y too. So when people are coming through, we have a table where we put like our community people, members, and so we can have stuff there.
Oh,
We're
thank
just
you.
getting into print again too because of COVID. So I do understand that. But yeah, and we have a lot of people that stop by that resource center or table. So.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love the why.
We love you all.
And the library, of course.
Yes.
Two of our favorite organizations in the
We have-
community by
We have
far.
great resources in Northbrook.
Right.
Well, awesome. If there's nothing else, we'll close up. So that concludes our YMCA Education Series talk for the day. On behalf of the Y, thank you so much for being here and for supporting us. We have more online at nsymca.org. Our upcoming talks are also there. Our next talk is going to be next Thursday at noon. It's about healing shoulder pain naturally. So if you have any shoulder pain, I do encourage you to check that talk out. And thank you again, Debbie. This was amazing. I learned so much more about the library, even though I knew some things going into this because of your talk, but I learned even more. So thank you so much. And that video was super helpful as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Debbie.
Yay. Thank you, Debbie. And thank you, Henry. Thank you, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.